Okay, we're moving to the special meeting. Under business, it's item number 1, a letter of support of farmers affected by the recent farming bills in India. And we get a presentation by our council member, Kirchner, Mr. Kirchner.
Thank you, Mayor. Are we going to have the, there it is. Okay, so before I get started, I would like to just reiterate once again how honored I am that the residents, citizens of Yuba City chose me to represent them on the city council. I am humbled, and I look forward to working for the next 4 years with this council. So I'm going to try to get through this accurately because I believe it's a very important issue. For those of you that have been paying attention in India for the last 19 days, there has been a peaceful protest, but a protest nonetheless. And I'm not going to read the letter verbatim, but the issue at stake is they call them the 3 laws, and I'll just go down from top to bottom. Law number 1, Farmer Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2020. Number 2, Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement of Price Assurance and Farmer Services 2020. And the third one is the Essential Commodities Amendment Bill 2020, which was passed by the Indian Parliament in September 2020. I'm going to throw some numbers at you here to let you know how important this is. 86% of cultivated farmland in the country of India is 5 acres or less. So some of those lots, I'm sure, are probably about as big as this room. So these are a lot of these are farmers that are just trying to feed their families and get through the day. In the spirit of the law, it was designed to seek to deregulate India's enormous agriculture sector by allowing farmers to sell their produce to provide buyers beyond government-run wholesale markets where farmers are assured a minimum price for their crops. In addition to that, the agriculture contributes nearly 15% of India's $2.9 trillion economy and employs more than 60% of the country's 1.4 billion people. So this affects many, many, many people. Unfortunately, this sector has been the focus lately of thousands of suicides because the enormous pressure and the farmers that are debt-ridden just try to get through the day. So what do the farmers want? The farmers demand a complete revocation of the 3 laws and a minimum support price for their produce guaranteed by the government. Now, what does this look like locally? 2 weeks ago, there was a peaceful protest in San Francisco where people from this community went down to participate. And this Saturday in Sacramento, there's another one scheduled at Sac State. There are many communities in our state and around the country that have written a letter of support for the farmers of India. I think we should follow suit, and we have. We are a farming community. That's why this is so important. And we do have members of our community who either are indirectly or directly affected by this because they do have loved ones, relatives that are affected by this. So I'm proud that we moved in this direction, and I'll leave it there.
Thank you, Councilman. Questions?
Real quick, if I may, Mayor?
Please.
Wade, backing up to what you just said, did you say there have been thousands of suicides related to this issue?
That is correct.
Holy mackerel.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, and I also learned something from you just now, the great percentage of farms that are 5 acres or less. That was quite remarkable as well. And also, to your point, which I learned recently, is that, well, of course I assumed anyway, but because we are a farming community, there are so many families in our community that are directly or indirectly affected by this issue. Many of them, it could have been them being affected directly had they not been just a simple one generation away from India. So I definitely support this gesture 100%, and I appreciate you putting the effort into it. I appreciate the phone calls, Carm. It's a good deal that we can do whatever we can in what we can here in Yuba City. So I appreciate it.
Other comments, questions? Councilwoman?
I'm completely in support of, thank you, Councilman Kirchner, for bringing this forward and bringing this important community of agriculture and of our part of a large part of our community. This is what I often speak of is this is what we say in the words of community is we talk about inclusion, and this is a very inclusive aspect of work. We are concerned for others. We are concerned for the care and well-being of others. And Supervisor-elect Carm Baines, I'm glad you're in the room, and count on the support for this and other things. Thank you.
Through the mayor. Understanding our community, which is largely ag-based, and knowing that it's our farmers that feed us, because without them, we don't eat. It's just that simple. We need to do what we can to support, our community members who have loved ones afar. So, we can't control the government, but we can definitely show the support for the families here and let them know that we are concerned about them because they're part of our community. So thanks for bringing this forward.
Just echo those comments. Obviously, ag's a big portion of my other life, and support those folks here who have relatives there, and just support for the trials and tribulations. It's amazing to hear some of the numbers you shared with us. Thanks. That was educational as well. I think we have unanimous approval to go ahead and move ahead with the letter, and I know it looks like Shannon's getting ready to hit the talk button. Do I need to take any action on this officially? I think we heard comments from everybody in the affirmative.
Yes, the only thing I'd suggest is before you move forward with it, you open it to public comment, and assuming that there's no comment, we could probably go forward on unanimous consent.
Okay. So this is a portion of this item to have some public comment. I don't know if anybody has anything online for us.
No public comment.
Okay, anybody in the audience? Mr. Baines.
Honorable Mayor, members of the council, I just want to thank you for your consideration. It means a great deal to me and members of not just Yuba City or the state of California, but this is an international movement. It is not a political movement by any means. It's this is it's become a human rights thing, and I just appreciate you standing with the farmers of India, and not sorry of India, but of Punjab and Haryana, and as we all stand together in solidarity, I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it, and again, I look forward to working with you in the future. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baines. Okay, I think we have direction on that item. Thank you again, Mr. Kirchner, for bringing that up.